Hey, what's going on, cash flow hackers? It's Chris with Life 180, and welcome back to the channel. This last month has been the longest period I've gone without producing a video in a long time. I've been working on a lot of things. Obviously, we had the holidays. Got my new book, IUL Exposed, coming out. I spent the rest of December really committed to dialing that book in, making sure that it's the highest quality content that I could possibly create, creating all the back-end infrastructure for the book and all the support that's going to go along with all the digital assets included to support the book, because there's so much that goes into educating people about how IUL actually works, and I have been doing that. And so this is 2025 now, and I am actually right now, I'm at an event called the Marketer's Cruise. I am in the library on a cruise ship and just taking some time to film this and to catch up with everybody and to put this content out there and let you know that I'm still here. It's been a month. But really what I want to do in this video is talk about 2025. I want to talk about what is it going to take for you to hit that next level in 2025, because the reality is 2025, I think, should be your biggest year. There's a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of unknowns, uncertainties, the presidential shift, economic uncertainties, all these things that are going on. But I'm a firm believer that there's opportunity in every situation. There's opportunity in every environment. And a lot of people, well, I'll say it this way. I saw somebody do this presentation. It was like a keynote yesterday at this Marketer's Cruise event. And one of the things that they were talking about was people are looking for solutions. They're looking for hows. Everybody's looking, how do I do this? What is the tool that's going to help solve the problem? And the reality is, she was talking about it in the context of AI. She was talking about it like everybody's looking for AI, or everybody's looking for the CRM, or whatever widget it is that's going to help them solve their problems. But the reality is there's no technology, there's no product that's going to solve our problems when it comes to business, when it comes to growing your agency. If you're a life insurance agent, or if you're an entrepreneur or real estate investor, there's no tool that's going to solve your problem. The question is, are you going to be who you need to become, right? Are you going to be who you need to be to able to implement that tool? I go to events all the time, and one of the things that I notice at events is that out of the group of, let's say, 1,000 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, somewhere in that range, only about 3 to 5% of the people are actually going to implement and take the information that could change everybody's lives, and only about 5% of the people are going to take that information and execute with it and implement it in their own life. The question is it the information that's life-changing? Because it is life-changing, but really it's not the information that's all that's required. It's who the people that are receiving that information, and who are they becoming, and who are they at their core as individuals to actually take that and implement it in their own life. I could give you the best tools, I could give you the best CRMs, I could give you the best AI bots, I could give you the best things in the world, but if you are not who you need to be on the back side of that, it's going to be a situation where you're not going to execute on it no matter what, right? And so when I was watching that talk, it got me to think about 2025, it got me to think about money, it got me to think about, what we do as far as coaching people with their money to be able to accomplish their goals. Because like I always say, I believe that people struggle with their money, they fail with their money, they're disconnected with their money, and their businesses are struggling because of the fact that their money is not in alignment with their values and beliefs. And one of the things that I love about our strategies and whole life insurance, and I say this a lot, is you are where you are because of who you are. And when you become who you need to be, you will get to where you want to go, right? And so that looks differently for me, it looks differently for you, and for everybody. We all have our own unique fingerprint on what we want our lives to look like. And my question to you is, are you really intentional about what you're doing and where you're going with that, and what you want to create your life to be? For 2025, I want to encourage you, and I'm going to put this link down in the description below, give you free access to my values and beliefs workbook. And this is going to be, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a workbook that's basically going to take you through the process of creating your core values and really getting clear about what your core values are, because that is going to be the filter that you run all your decisions through. And then create a mission statement for your life, and then a vision statement for what you want your life to be about, like from a legacy perspective. When you're done living this life, what is your vision of how that plays into generations to come? I think that's really powerful. And if we don't start from there, then it's hard to actually If we don't know the destination, I should say, it's hard to understand what's the path to get there, what's the road to get there. And so we really need to do this. We need to start with the end in mind and reverse engineer a plan to get there. And so, my question to you is this, are you who you need to be to get there? And my guess is the answer is no, and that's not judgment, and that's okay. I'm not who I need to be to get to where I want to go either. We're all constantly on this journey of expansion and growth and learning and changing and shifting and becoming different people, and that's what life is all about, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And so my question to you is, what does that look like for you? What are you doing to live intentionally for excellence? That's what Life 180 is all about. What are you doing to live intentionally for excellence, to turn the results in your life around? That's the 180, and to get to where you want to go, to live that life that you want to live. What are you doing in 2025? How intentional are you being? And I know that I'm a little late to the party for all the New Year's resolutions and all that different stuff. Sorry, I was working on my own stuff and handling my own things, and I don't believe in trying to cower to the YouTube algorithm and whatnot. I'm gonna run my business and run my life the way that I feel like I need to do it to be successful. And my priority was getting the book done and being able to create that value that's gonna add tons of value to people's lives. But now that we're a little bit in, let's face it, New Year's resolutions are garbage anyway. My question to you is, beyond the resolution, what are you gonna do to make 2025 your best year ever? And who do you need to become? Remember, there are no products in the world that are gonna solve your solutions. I don't care if it's AI on your business or if it's utilizing whole life insurance. This is one of the challenges. I promise you, infinite banking, cash flow hacking, term insurance, whole life insurance, IUL, all the things that people are selling online, there are no financial products that are gonna solve your problems. The question is, are you gonna become who you need to be to actually live into that? And that's where the rubber hits the road. Everybody's thinking about what I need to do and how I need to do it. The question isn't what or how, it's who. Who do you need to become, and who can you surround yourself with to fill those gaps in? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Our net worth is our network, right? Our network is our net worth. We could say it either way, I suppose. But the bottom line is, when we're looking at who we need to become and who we need to surround ourselves with and who we need to spend our time with, that is going to be ultimately the thing that makes the biggest difference in your 2025. And when we reverse engineer that, now who we spend our time with and who we need to become and how we're living intentionally for excellence to live into that. Now my question is, what are you going to go out and do? Who are you going to spend that time with? Do you have any filters to help you make those decisions? I'll tell you what, it's one of the most important things that you can ask yourself for 2025. So that is my encouragement, is to really be intentional. Go down on the link in the description below. Make sure you download my free Values and Beliefs workbook. It'll take you 2 to 3 hours to go through the process. I don't want to overwhelm you or anything like that, but I also don't want to BS you. This is a real process. It's going to take a lot of time. It is your life. It is your goals. It is your legacy. I think you owe it to yourself and to your family and for generations to come to be intentional in this moment. Spending a couple 2 to 3 hour period can change the direction for your family for generations to come. And so that is my encouragement to you. Go down in the link in the description below, download the Values and Beliefs worksheet, go through it, check it out, and then as you do, if you have any questions, you can obviously reach out, and we're here to help you in any way that we possibly can, whether it's helping you get set up with a policy, getting a term policy. If your cash flow needs to be fixed, well, you know what? Whole life might not be the right thing for you right now. Maybe you just need a good convertible term policy with living benefits, and you can set up, you can protect your family, you can make sure that your future potential net worth is insured and that you can actualize what you're trying to create in life. And this is what I call gamifying life from a financial perspective, is that's what this is all about. Go down, do that worksheet. I encourage you to do that. And that is it. I'm excited for 2025. I'm excited for the direction of Life 180. I'm going to be doing more videos on that topic because Life 180 is expanding. I don't know if you know this or not, but we have just eclipsed, I think we're close to 1,000 agents now on the Life 180 team, and it has just been such a blessing. That's one of the things that we've been working through, trying to, on the IMO side, on the agency side, trying to build out better systems and better trainings. And it's one of the things I want to be different than every other IMO out there, is I want to be focused not on recruiting, not on all these things like everybody else, but focused on training, focused on building the best agents in the world, because that is what the industry needs. There's too many people out there talking about things that they don't fully understand, being led by people that don't understand what they're teaching, and we need to make a big disruption in this industry to do that. So if you are an agent and you're looking for any questions, or if you're uncertain about what's going on, go ahead and in the link in the description below as well, you can click on the agent.life180.com. There's a link down there for an agent interview. You can have a conversation with one of our agent development directors. They can help you. They can, you know, maybe answer some of your questions. There's no pressure. It's not a recruiting call. It's literally a clarity call for your career to help you answer questions. And if we are the right fit, then cool. If not, you know, we just want to make sure that you understand everything that's possible for you in this industry and all the different options that are on the table for you, whether it's us or going completely independent, understanding how to compare all the options. I think people need to make informed decisions and not just feel like they're stuck in one track. So that is it for now. Till next time, have a blessed, inspirational day. We'll talk soon. Later.